For fun tips and cool information, tune in to HealingTalks.com. And here I'm sitting with the pioneer of the pioneer, right?
I'm honored.
Yeah.
Somebody had to go first.
All right, absolutely. So, Dr. Doug Graham, and this, by the way, is Healing Talks. And to gather a few minutes of your presence, the floor is open to you to express how you started this genesis in your path and came to here.
So it's sort of like the old Steve Martin story. You know, I was a sick kid. I was a sick kid.
Yeah.
I didn't particularly notice that I was sick. It seemed normal. You accept what you got. But from allergies to boils to it just seemed like you name it. Okay, I did not have asthma.
Good.
But I mean, just so much congestion. It was just ridiculous. And allergies that were debilitating allergies. And the doctors told me I was allergic to my own antibodies, which means every time I got sick, I was allergic to the antibodies I produced in order to get well. So instead, when I'd get sick, I'd get sicker.
I see, like autoimmune kind of sicker a little bit.
It was a mess. And so I was years and years and years on weekly allergy shots. And they told me I was basically allergic to everything. There were very few things that I wasn't allergic to. And once they start telling me I'm allergic to myself, you know, it's hard to live without yourself.
Right, exactly.
So it turns out my mom was willing to make dietary experiments as a way of controlling her weight. And so even as a child, the idea of doing dietary experiments was one that I was open to. And by high school, I was doing lots of different experiments to see if I could improve my sports performance, not even thinking that maybe the boils might clear up or the severe acne might clear up.
Just to improve your sports.
Yeah, it was really, for me, it was all about sports because I was athletic.
And what were you focused on in the athletics?
Oh, my sports were mostly swimming in the summer, gymnastics in the winter, track and field in the spring. I mean, I enjoyed all sports. Always enjoyed all sports. But I wanted better performance, and so I played around with diet and noticed that when I went vegan, it was as if a light switch had gone on. My endurance went from exceptionally limited, I could run a mile or two sometimes, to unlimited. I could just run as far as I wanted to run. I could breathe.
Yeah, that's still...
The difference in breathing was just astonishing.
I'm really impressed by all.
I tried it as an experiment.
Yeah.
You know, I just tried it as an experiment. And going vegan, and I mean, I couldn't breathe, and then I could. And it was literally, it unleashed me in terms of sports performance.
So you could do it like a marathon.
So I could just start running 10Ks, and then I ran marathons, and being able to, whereas before I could never run more than a mile. I just had to stop and breathe. You know, it wasn't a matter of fitness. Obviously that has to be developed in every sport.
Sure. This was night and day.
This was night and day. And because I went vegan overnight, and there was no looking back when I did it, it was obvious, and there was no question. But then I tried the raw foods, and I had another night and day.
I see.
Because what happened then was that my mental clarity, I don't even know the word. I don't even know if I know the word. It was as if I had been wearing blinders.